Tell me.
Oh, okay, well.
You don't need me. I mean, I can't vote. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're,
you're on this committee.
Am I?
Yeah. But I don't think we're going to vote.
Okay.
Okay, we'll play along here. But I am really contemplating just, I don't know why we're doing this if there's only, unless Mr. Kehoe is going to come in here. He says he's going to watch it from the other room, so.
Well, he can. Okay.
Let's do that. Okay, we're calling this meeting to order of the, as much as it appears to be, the Operations and Oversight Committee. And we do not have a quorum. So we cannot vote. Okay, for teleconference meeting attendance, I don't think we have anybody.
But I still need to call the roll.
Okay, call the roll.
This meeting is being conducted virtually and in person, so I will do a roll call of the trustees to confirm attendance. Ms. Ginsburg. Here. Mr. Razzo. Here. Gray. Mr. Rue.
Here.
Mr. Sanchez, Mr. Oakham, and Mr. Green are not attending. Mr. Robbins was in and out.
Yeah, he's over here.
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Robbins is here.
Mr. Kehoe is in the back, and Chair Harris.
I think I'm here.
Okay, staff participating in the meeting includes CEO Santos Kryman, Deputy CEO Louis Lugo, AEOs JJ Popowich and Laura Guglielmo, Chief Counsel Stephen Rice. Other staff and managers participating include Louis Gittins, Alex Ochoa, Kevin Hunter. Trustees, please use the raise your hand Zoom option to be placed in queue. This time we ask all meeting participants to mute your mics until you are ready to speak, and we may now proceed with the agenda.
Thank you, Terry. And we do not have a quorum, so we cannot move on the minutes. That'll go to the next meeting. Public comment, I have not received any requests from the public to speak before the committee. Non-consent items, we have requests for proposal, taxonomy, and wait, am I on the right minutes here?
No,
I'm not. That was
last time.
How did I do this? So what I got. Moving right along, now we're on the right date, the right place. Can we have Mr. Lugo, operations briefing? We expect a long and detailed report.
That you will, at the board's pleasure, yeah. But Chair Harris, we basically will stand for questions. The report kind of speaks for itself. We have about 9 updates on current projects and all of the other projects highlighted throughout the report. So certainly any questions that the trustees have. Otherwise, I know we have a presentation that we want to get to. So, but happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from everybody in the horseshoe here? Seeing none, and thank you. The colors are still working real good. We're figuring this all out, so that's good. Okay, with that, rehired retirees automated notification process. Mr. Ochoa.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Hunter will not be able to join us in person today. He is not feeling well, so you have me, but that's okay. We're going to be able to get through this.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you. So I was tasked to automate how our rehired retirees, those are the folks that are under the 960-hour program, are advised on hours that they have worked. And so we put together an automated process so that so that employees, once they reach certain thresholds, will know how many hours they worked in order to avoid any violations that occur throughout the fiscal year. And as you know, the fiscal year just ended, and I'm happy to report that we have so far, crossing my fingers because I'm still waiting for the last 2 weeks of June, 0 violations. So I am very happy about that. But let me kind of show you what we put together. As you know, the Rehired Retiree Program is available to our LACERA retirees if they come on board with the county again. It is limited duration. They do have to wait 180 days before they're able to start back up with the county. There are exceptions, safety being in particular a big exception. We do have a lot of safety members, and we'll go over which departments are utilizing this program. The normal retirement age that are listed here, they have to be with older than that age in order to be reemployed with the county. If they are not at that normal retirement age, they cannot start up with the county again until 90 days have passed. Now, limited duration, that's a point of contention. It does state that any of these employees that are hired by the county should be there to support and develop, and there should be a plan in place to transfer them out, and new hires should be able to take their place. As I said, that's still in the works with the county. As you know, LACERA has adopted our own limited duration policy that's already been taken effect here at LACERA, and we are working with the county to see if they can have their own policy updated as well. Next slide, please. So these are the different departments that are utilizing the program. As you can see, the yellow one is 169 employees. That's the Sheriff's Department, who uses the majority of our rehired retirees. Coming in second would be DCFS with 73 employees. So it is scattered throughout the county. The biggest one, the Sheriff's Department, have not had any violations, so we're glad to report on that. And the only violations that we had in the past came from other sources like the Public Defender's Office and the Assessor's Office. Those have already been addressed, so we have not seen any violations coming from those departments either anymore. Next slide, please. So the program and how it works out, I just want to let you guys know how it works. When somebody gets rehired again, they do fill out this waiver to let them know of the rules and regulations of the 960-hour program. Once they are onboarded and hours are worked, that's when LACERA gets notified. So if somebody comes on July 1st and they fill out a waiver, we won't get notified of it until the member actually puts in hours into the program. So they could be hired, onboarded in July, but maybe not start working until October. Once they start working, LACERA is notified. Next slide, please. Once LACERA is notified, automatically this letter will go out to the member. This is to welcome them into the program, reminds them of the hour limits. And we also put together this nice infographic that explains all of the different rules and regulations of the program, so they are made aware. The department also receives a copy of this as well. So not only does it go to the member, it goes to the department. And on top of that, to make sure that members receive it, we also send them an email to let them know there's a new document in your account. Please log into your portal to review it. Next slide, please. As time goes on and the member continues to work, we do have milestones put in place. If they reach the 50%, 75, and 90% mark of the 960 hours, then they will receive subsequent letters letting them know of where they are. The department is also CC'd on these letters, and the email also goes out to the members. So we try to get the member involved, the department involved, and we're utilizing our portal as well. Next slide, please. Speaking of the portal, we did update the user interface card so that members that are on this program, and only those members, will see this card here where it says Rehired Retirees, and it'll just list how many hours they worked, how close they are getting to the limit. And it does change colors. After 75%, it will turn yellow to let them know to be more mindful of where they're at. And as the fiscal year continues, if it goes red, that means they passed 90% of the hours that are allocated for this program. Next slide, please. So as you can see here, this is a member who's already at the 90%. So on top of it being red, there's also a disclaimer on top of their portal, and this is their homepage of their portal account to let them know that they are reaching it and they need to contact the department to make sure that they don't have any violations of the 960 hours. So we put all of these safeguards in place to inform not only the member, but the department so that we can reduce and minimize as many violations as we possibly can. And that was our goal. Last slide, please. And that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Like I said, Kevin Hunter was the programmer on this. So he's did all the dirty work in the workspace for us. So I really want to thank him for that. We do have attachments if you want to see the complete letter, the infographic, those are all here as well. But I'll stand for any questions.
Thank you very much. Any questions around the horseshoe? I have a couple. Is this form then filled out annually, every year? They're put on notice officially that they have to sign that form that says this is temporary?
Glad you brought that up. So with the revised, because they are revising the program, the county HRs are, they're going to be utilizing every year. They have to sign this waiver indicating of the hour limitations. So to answer your question, yes, it's going to be. Currently, however, no. Right now, we just have members that have been on this program for 10+ years, and they just sign and they've stayed the same without having to get recertified or reintroduced to it year after year. That is changing with the new updated policy coming down the pipeline.
Okay. And I guess that brings me to my other question is, how does the county define temporary?
So on a temporary assignment, they're put into hourly. So they use the item code FR, FR being F for hourly and R for retired. So anybody that's hired to this program, they use that code. So they're an hourly member, not a monthly member.
So they can do this until the day they die. That's temporary. I guess that's my point, is more, I understand they're now hourly employees, but it sort of seems to fly in the face of how this program was, I thought, designed to transfer knowledge. But I guess they're so knowledgeable, it's impossible to transfer that knowledge. And so they just keep working temporarily until they die. But I guess that's an HR problem, not a LACERA problem. So
yeah, that's the limited duration part that we were talked about, where there's still some legislation that needs to go through for the county to act and enact how long should a member be on this. Right now, we don't have legislation to define that just yet.
well, at least this does keep them on notice when they're getting close to reaching their maximum hours, and that is a big improvement. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Any questions? Yeah, Sean.
Sorry, I missed the presentation. Can you start over? I'm just kidding. I was listening in the other room. Outstanding
John,
job. And
you see this?
and I just want to say that this highlights how we can use technology to help all of us catch these issues. So this is a perfect example, and we as an organization should look at other opportunities to have these kind of dashboards that help out like that. Outstanding job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, Chair Harris, can I just make
Yes,
a
please.
brief comment? I know that the county's working on having the employee sign the waiver, but I do want to let you know that on an annual basis, every department head is required to justify their 120-day hires. And there's a large justification that's required, and some of the issues in terms of limited duration are addressed in that request that goes into the CEO's office. And so there are times, for example, in the assessor's office, there are individuals that do high-level assessments, for example, that require specific and specialized knowledge that is not really transferable, because remember, they're episodic in nature. Right, they don't do it every year, and so there are exceptions and why and reasons why people are on board for longer periods of time than we would like, and limited duration is is a term of art, I guess, as opposed to a real science.
Yeah, we do this, and Fraud and Cybercrimes Bureau has very technical things on a specific phone that's out of date, that you really can't, nor would you want to transfer that
Right.
info. So they keep them on the 120-day program, and they don't come even close to 50% or whatever it's for specific calls.
COBOL programmers are a perfect example.
Well, I know no county employee would ever abuse the system. No, ever. So thank you for that clarification. Items for future agendas.
Have nothing.
Okay, go to the order. We've already done this once today, but we can do it again unless everybody's happy. Everybody looks happy. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moves.